Hello out there in the YouTube world. I am Kanisha and this is my channel. Welcome. First off, I want to say if I'm talking a little weird to you or you think, girl, can you talk? It's because I had some dental work done this morning. My mouth is still a little numb, but I'm going to deliver this video because I have been prolonging it for too long. So anywho, to get us started off, I would like to start off with our scripture of the day, and it comes from Philippians 2:3-4. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of others. That's a great way to start this off. Anywho, as you see, the title says it all. Today we'll be talking about the hidden cost of pregnancy. I don't know if you can tell, probably not. I feel like you can tell because my face is super fat right now, but I am currently 3 months pregnant. And this has been quite the process, to say the least, especially when it comes to OBGYN visits and just making sure everything is going how it should be. Right before this pregnancy, I was pregnant and I ended up having a miscarriage. It was called a blighted ovarian pregnancy. So I was pregnant, having all the symptoms of being pregnant, but there was no baby. It was an empty sac. So I had to go back and forth to the clinic that I was seeing, in order for them to tell me if the sac had passed and all that. That was a trying time, to say the least. Now, for the record, I would like to say I do have insurance. Insurance with, should I say who? I don't know. I'm not going to say who. I don't know. I don't want anybody coming after me. But anyway, I have insurance through my employer. So your girl did the cheapest plan, because I'm thinking, hey, I wasn't pregnant at the time. I don't want all my check going to this. I need some type of money to come into my pocket. So I know I need insurance, but let's just do this. We're usually pretty healthy people. I have my daughter, my husband. I just put my daughter on my plan. We're usually healthy, so we're not going to be going back and forth to the hospital. So I'm not thinking about becoming pregnant. Anyway, needless to say, the plan that I have is a 50-50 plan. So whenever I go to the clinic, the insurance covers 50% and I have to pay the other 50%. So back to the experience with the miscarriage. So I know, like, ultrasounds and all that, I would think that would be covered under insurance. Apparently, every time that I went, it was not covered. And I had to go back to back. I told you they had to see whether or not the sac had passed, whether all the stuff from the pregnancy was gone. So for, like, every 2 weeks, for, like, 3 times, I had to go to the clinic. And as I was going, they were billing me, child. Like, for an ultrasound, $238 would be my payment that I had to pay to the clinic. And I'm just like, this sucks because I have insurance. Why is this happening to me? Like, you would think with insurance, they're supposed to cover all this stuff. Like, it's an ultrasound. I literally would go back there. They would rub the stuff. No, I had the vaginal ultrasound. Stick that stuff up there. Tell me, oh, the sac is there or the sac is not. Whatever the case may be. And then I would leave. I might see the nurse. She'll tell me, hey, yes, the sac is still there, or no, the sac is gone. And I would leave. Majority of my time spent there was sitting in the waiting room. Like, I don't understand why it was getting that to be that expensive. Anywho, my last visit, fast forward now to me being pregnant and this pregnancy being fine so far. They told me that I'm going to have to pay a deposit of $1,000. And that is before, that's not including insurance stuff. So this is just out of pocket cost. covered by insurance. They're not even going to try that. This is just how much you have to pay them for your hospital stay and whatever other fees may come up. Now, I do believe that if you don't use it all, they will give you some of the money back. I'm not completely sure. Anyway, you had to have this deposit put down before 20 weeks. So this last time that I went to this OBGYN, I went to the office and I was going to see my appointment I went to the OBGYN office. I had not seen an OBGYN at that moment. I had only seen nurses. So anywho, this would be my first time seeing the OBGYN. The lady at the front desk, who really to me was very rude, like she was unbothered. That was my first time ever going to that particular location. So I had called earlier as I was outside looking for the location. I was asking questions. I was like, hey, I'm here, but I can't really find the place. I'm a little lost. Can you help me out? She told me, it's this building. But once I got to the actual building, I could see that, oh, yes, it's this building, but do I go upstairs? Where I go? Like, I'm on the wrong side of the hospital. Random people literally had to help me find my way somewhere, and then I had to go read on a chart, so read my directions to see where I was to get upstairs, when she could have easily told me that over the phone. Anywho, like I said, she was kind of rude. So she saw that I had a balance on my account. At this time, the current balance was $428. Now, this is just from another visit, which included like getting tests and all that stuff done. So my total is $428. She told me that I could not see the OBGYN until after that was paid in full. I was like, well, sweetie, I'm not paying this today, so can we reschedule later or something? She told me, hold up, we'll go talk to the finance department and see if you can talk to the finance lady. So my husband and I sat there for an hour before we were spoken to by the finance people. So we finally go back there, and she's just telling us what's going on with our account. She then says, hey, like it's only going to continue to grow. Like the charges are only going to continue to grow. At this particular clinic, they believe that they need to see you every week up until you deliver. So she was like, you're going to receive billing for the next week, and then we're going to start billing you for your deposit, half of it, next week. And then after that, she said, you're just going to continue to see these bills. So I would suggest, it seems like you had Medicaid in your previous state. Do you still have it? You could probably go to the state, because I'm currently in Tennessee, so Arkansas is really not that far, but who wants to do all that when you're about to deliver a baby? So she also told me about getting the Medicaid here, which is TennCare. So she actually gave me some wonderful gems to help with this whole process. She then told us that if we could see the OBGYN that day, but if we decided to do so, it was going to be another charge. So my husband rightfully spoke up and was like, no, we're not going to see anybody today. We're just going to leave from here and then decide on what we're going to do, apply for the TennCare, and then come back. So that's what we did. We left. I went home. I applied for TennCare, and that was that process. Oh, also, I would like to say, during this time, we had already been considering going to someone else. Like, I started looking into getting a midwife and looking at those options because, first of all, hospitals are a business. Clinics are businesses. Their healthcare period is a business. So like everything else in the United States that's a business, they are looking to make a profit. They are trying to get money. So they're looking for the best way possible to put the most money in their pockets. They're not really looking out for you as the customer or the patient in this situation. And you would think that this is the most delicate time ever. I am a patient who is pregnant, recently had a miscarriage. Like, where is the empathy? I felt no empathy during this time. It was literally, I'm a bill. This is how much we said you need to pay. You need to pay it. But like I said, that lady, she helped us out. She told us to go do the TennCare. But the receptionist, the lady that I said I really didn't care for at first, when we had mentioned that we were going to go to a midwife after this and we were going to no longer need the services, she said, oh no, you have to do both. You can't just have a midwife without OBGYN. That is completely false. Completely false. It's just like they just kept doing things to keep getting more and more money. Anyway, fast forward. Thankfully, I have been approved for TennCare. So, I wanted to give this one little nugget to you, because if I would have known, your girl wouldn't have been out of that much money. But anyway, so I got approved for TennCare. Today, I have been on the phone calling them because I have not received my ID yet. So, I found out what healthcare coverage I'm under. I got my membership information, and I called that OBGYN clinic where I currently have a bill, and I told them, hey, I now have TennCare. I would like to see if this can be applied to my bill. Now, originally they said we do not accept TennCare. That is where it's not covered here. But since you are a previous patient, like you're already signed up as a patient, we will see what we can do about it. Thank you, God. So I guess they put my information in, and they just say, if we have any more questions, I will give you a call back later. Cool. So they haven't given me a call back or anything, but I looked on my account and I almost said something. Anyway, I look on my account and it is paid in full. They're saying there's no current charges on there. So if anything from my lesson today, learn that if you have high deductible insurance with your employer, check into getting Medicaid from your state. See if that is possible. See if you meet the limits or below the limits that they may have for you to get coverage, so that you can do both. You can still have your employer's insurance and you can do the Medicaid. So that it has been a true blessing, because like I said, this has been expensive. So I am now going to go through the process of having a midwife. There's a wonderful clinic here in Memphis that I went to go visit, and I'm excited to see what happens there and how everything goes. They accept TennCare and they accept my current insurance. So going forward, I should no longer have bills that are out of control. So we shall see. I will keep you posted. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for listening to me, even though my mouth is a little crazy. But thank you. See you next time. See you on the next video.